thing on? Hey, what's going on? What's up, everyone? Charles Austin here, the cancer killer. I'm trying out a new one, y'all. Okay, I've been saying chronic disease killer, but I think the cancer killer might have a little bit better ring to it. Coming to you live from my garage, just because that's where I am right now. I came out here in the garage because I left these books in the car that I wanted to use for this quick little video, and I said, well, I might as well stay out here, even though it's so hot. I'm down in South Texas. And even in early September, yes, it was 100 degrees today. So the garage is still a little toasty. If you see some sweat starting to perspire, it's probably because it's a little bit warm. But I'm not going to be here long. Um, just because, hey, I'm going to sit down on the couch and chill out here in a little bit. It's been a long day. But I did want to do a quick video here, and I'm going to get back to my desktop here in a second. I normally do my streams from my desktop where I can share my screen, but that thing's been acting a little funky lately, so I need to work out some kinks. So that's why I'm here on my phone. But before we get rolling, as always, if you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, which you should, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button to make sure that you're up to date on all the latest streams, live streams, and videos that I share here on the channel. So make sure that you don't miss any of this wonderful health knowledge that I'm dropping each and every Thursday and whenever I decide to do a short or something else like that. All right. So without further ado, real quick, what I want to do is I want to take you, and now this is from the book Ancient Remedies for Modern Life. Okay. And real quick, I wanted to talk to you about some of these top immune boosters and virus fighters, right? Okay. So I'm going to go down here, put my book down here on the SUV, right? And one of the first ones we're talking about here is reishi, okay? And give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I always forget to bring my pen or my highlighter. But anyway, the first one we're talking about here is reishi, okay? As it says here, known as the mushroom of immortality, right? So this is an adaptogen, right? It says, so this adaptogen, it strengthens your adrenal key and enhances longevity, okay? Now, again, we're talking about top immune boosters. So we know that coming up, we know coming up, we're getting into what I like to call the Burr months, okay? So when we get into the Burr months, we got September, we got October, we got November, we got December. The temperatures are getting ready to come down, and then that's when we really need our immune system strong. And what you don't want to do is start boosting your immune system after you get an illness. Okay, that's the worst thing you can do. You don't want to boost your immune system after you're already sick. Now, obviously, it's always good to do that, but you want to make sure that you've already been working on boosting your immune system before the cold and flu season gets here. So, like I was saying a second ago, I'm in my garage where it's hot. I came out here to get the book I wanted to share with y'all tonight, and even down here in South Texas, it's still 100 degrees. So it hasn't started cooling down yet, but it will be. And that's the whole reason why we're talking about top immunity boosters, right? And virus fighters. We don't want to be worried about flu season. We don't want to be worried about coronavirus coming back, COVID or anything like that. We want to be ready to roll. So again, we're talking about reishi here. And as I was going through this, all right, research shows that reishi increases the activity of natural killer cells. All right, so why did I highlight that? Why is that important, right? So these natural killer cells, basically what they do is they're part of your immune system, and they go out, and one of the things they do is they just go out and destroy stuff that's not supposed to be there, right? So if it goes out and it notices anything in your bloodstream or anywhere in the body, and it sees something that's not supposed to be there, it'll say, hey, it's time to knock this thing out. It's time to destroy it. That's what they do. So the more activity you can have with those natural killer cells, the better off you'll be, okay? So another one here is elderberry. Okay, you probably heard of this one. It's common. They put that one in children's medication sometimes. You can get gummies I like to use drops, and I put it in water. Now, it says elderberry-based medicines date back to ancient Egypt, and this plant has been described as medicine chest because it could mitigate such a huge array of health concerns. Okay, so when we say that, we're basically saying, hey, we can get rid of a lot of issues with this one simple plant, right? Lots of issues with one plant, and it's so easy to consume. Like I said, we got gummies. Again, we're talking about elderberry. We got gummies. We have drops. Different ways you can consume this one. All right. So what did I highlight on this one? When used within the first 48 hours of the onset of cold or flu symptoms, for instance, an extract of the elderberry may shorten the duration of the illness. So even if you start getting those feels, the sniffles, the sore throat, that headache, because again, we know flu season is coming. Hola, hola. We know flu season is coming, right? We know cold season is coming. So if you ever get those sniffles, right? We're talking about elderberry, okay? When used within the first 48 hours, it can shorten the duration of that illness, which is an awesome, awesome thing, all right? So what's next, all right? Another one, echinacea, okay? So Americans use this botanical remedy to treat mumps and measles. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, all right? And again, I'm about to get out of this garage a little bit. I thought it was going to be a little cooler. I'm wiping sweat all over the place, right? But I know measles was in the news recently. We don't really worry about mumps too much. You know, that's old school. But I know measles came and made it an appearance recently. So just think about that. That's something, these things don't necessarily go away like the media likes to tell you they go away. Things tend to linger a little bit, right? So there's nothing wrong with having, hey, another extra way to combat something that could be a problem, right? So again, echinacea. Where is it? Okay. So one study in Lancet Infectious Disease found that it reduces the risk of catching a cold by 58%. Okay. So again, cold and flu season is coming. We got elderberry, right? Who can shorten the duration of an illness, such as the cold or the flu. But then down here, we got echinacea, and we're talking about reducing the risk of even catching the cold by 58%. Big deal, okay? And another one here, and I have trouble pronouncing this one, y'all. So I'm just gonna say agraphis, all right? What is that? Andrographis. We're gonna say that it's andrographis. I don't know. Anywho, doesn't matter how we say it. Doesn't matter how we say it. This super herb is used both in Ayurvedic medicine and traditional Chinese medicine, and it was referred to as the king of bitters. Its bitter flavor activates the liver, all right, which spurs blood circulation, reducing inflammation, which is huge. Okay, this one is huge. Inflammation is one of the biggest causes of struggles with people today, whether it's it doesn't matter if it's high blood pressure. It doesn't matter if it's joint pain. Like I said, I'm about to get out of this garage, y'all. I did not think it would be this hot in here. But it doesn't matter if it's joint pain. It doesn't matter if it is obesity, like I said, heart problems, blood vessels, circulation issues, headaches. All of these things are associated with inflammation. Okay, so if we can reduce inflammation in any way, we're doing great. So again, we're talking about another herb here that I have trouble pronouncing, andrographis, I guess. Andrographis. Anyway, so where were we? So we're talking about reducing inflammation, and it also helps eliminate dampness from the body, which aids the immune system. Alone or as part of a multi-herb product, this A-word has been shown to lessen the intensity of coughs and sore throats. Now, here we go with the things that I like to read, those studies, right? So a double-blind, placebo-controlled trial published in the, what does that say? Phytomedicine Journal, okay? It showed that this A-word was 50% more effective than a placebo at treating a range of cold symptoms. So what that means is this is really, really good at getting rid of your cold symptoms. Up here, they talked about coughs and sore throats. So anybody who's ever had a cold, they know that coughs and sore throats can be part of that cold. All right. So again, what were we talking about here? We're talking about some of the top immune boosters and virus fighters here. This is from the book Ancient Remedies for Modern Life, right? Great read. And we talked about reishi, all right, known as a mushroom of immortality, helping to boost natural killer cells. These things help destroy pathogens in your body. We talked about elderberry, okay, fighting those cold and flu symptoms. We talked about echinacea, okay, and this one was great at reducing the risk of catching a cold, okay. And we talked about this A word that I'm not even going to say again, which we talked about fighting inflammation, okay, and fighting a whole bunch of cold symptoms. Now, the cool thing about this section that I always like, and he does this in this book a lot, he doesn't cover every single thing in detail, but it's cool because it gives you the honorable mention, and then you can actually look these up. Astragalus is one of my favorites, great for anti-inflammation as well. Thyme, oregano, these are things that we put in our food, right? You can even do oregano oil, which is great for your immune system. Sage, eucalyptus, all right, myrrh, golden seal, another one. This one tastes disgusting. Like when I give it to my son, whenever I give golden seal to my son, he's like, ew, golden seal, I don't want that. He always does it, every time, right? Because it's nasty, but it's so good for you, right? So again, these are just honorable mention. We got garlic, and then we have another type of mushroom called turkey tail mushrooms. All right. So again, y'all, we know that the cold season is coming up. So make sure we're focused on boosting our immune system now. We don't want to wait till it's too late. We want to get to that now. All right. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Like I said, it's way hotter in this garage than I thought. I came out here. It was quiet. I said, I'm just going to go ahead and do my stream right now. But as always, we're here every Thursday. And like I said, I'm going to get back on my computer soon. And that will allow me to share my screen and get more in my professional environment like I like to be in. So we'll get that soon enough. But I had some kinks that I had to work out. So now that's why I'm here on the phone now, because the kinks got to get worked out on my desktop. So again, I'll be here every Thursday, most Thursdays. If something happens, life happens. Sometimes I may not be here, but Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Time, all right? Giving you quick knowledge bombs. I always try to keep these, under 30 minutes. And most of the time, I try not to go for more than about 20 minutes because I want to respect people's time. And I know people got stuff going on. But if there's anybody that's, I know we have people coming in and out. If you got questions, this is the time for some Q&A. Anything you want to know about the topic we talked about tonight, if you caught it, or if there's something else that you might have had a question about, drop it into the chat right now. If you see this video and you have a question later, drop it into the comment section, then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But again, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Fitness Charles, and then also make sure you're subscribing here to the channel from yours truly, the Cancer Killer, all right? So what else? I think that's everything. Always got to drop information about the book. I made some new updates about regarding the book today. So finalizing a couple of things. Had to throw in a few different words. Had to throw in a couple of edits. So still finalizing the book. I'm going to go ahead and put it out into the universe. The book will be ready. Where should I say? I think we're going to go ahead and say by the time we get done with Thanksgiving, that book should be out and ready for y'all to give as Christmas presents to yourself or to somebody that you love. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put it out there. So that gives me a good 2 months to get the finishing touches done on everything I need to do regarding the book. I can't give you the title yet, but I can tell you that if it has anything to do with extending your life, understanding disease, understanding how to stop disease. If you want to know how to prevent Alzheimer's, if you want to know how to prevent diabetes, if you want to know how to cure Alzheimer's, if you want to know how to cure diabetes, if you want to know how to cure high blood pressure and all these different things, get the book. It's all going to be in there. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and roll as always. Be happy, be healthy, be fit forever, and I'll catch y'all next time.